The glass slipped from his trembling fingers, shattering across the pristine white tablecloth, water spreading like an unstoppable tide. Forks froze mid-air, gasps echoed around the luxurious dining room, and every pair of eyes darted toward the family at the center of it all. The chandelier above sparkled mockingly, casting golden light over a scene that felt more like chaos than celebration. The man at the center of it sat rigid, his jaw clenched, his shirt damp, his dignity shaken. A storm brewed in his eyes, but he didn't speak, perhaps because words were too small for the humiliation unfolding in front of his family. And before I continue, let me pause right here. If you're watching us for the very first time, Elliot Stories welcomes you with a warm hug. This is where we bring you the most gripping tales that twist and turn in ways you'll never expect. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop us a comment, and tell us which city you're watching from. And please, share this with someone who loves stories that keep you on the edge of your seat. Now, let's dive back into this unforgettable night. Silence lingered, heavy and suffocating. The man's two children sat wide-eyed, their small hands clutching their cutlery as if afraid it might vanish. His wife, dressed elegantly in deep blue, pressed her palm flat against the table, her breath caught between shock and anger. She glanced at her husband, waiting for him to rise, to speak, to defend the dignity that had just been trampled in front of strangers. But he sat there, motionless, a rock caught in the waves. The waiter stood stiffly, his hand hovering over the jug, his face unreadable. He neither apologized nor moved to clean up the mess. He simply stared, as though daring the man to react. The dining room, moments earlier filled with laughter and the gentle clink of glasses, was now a theater of suspense. Diners whispered, some covering their mouths in disbelief, others pretending not to notice though their eyes betrayed them. The father finally lifted his hand, brushing water droplets from his sleeve, his movements slow, deliberate. His son whispered, "Dad," but he did not respond. His wife leaned closer, her voice low, trembling, "Say something." Still, he did not speak. He had learned that sometimes silence roared louder than words, but tonight, silence felt like surrender. Minutes stretched painfully. A man at a nearby table cleared his throat loudly, as though urging someone, anyone, to break the tension. The waiter shifted, straightened his vest, and with a tone colder than the water he'd just poured, muttered, "Is there a problem?" A ripple ran through the room. The words weren't just dismissive, they were a spark tossed onto dry wood. The father's shoulders tensed. His wife's eyes widened in disbelief. The children shrank in their chairs, wishing they could melt into the velvet seats. Everyone around waited, breath held, wondering, how far would this go? Would dignity win over fury, or would fury finally take its place at the table? The man closed his eyes briefly, inhaled deeply, then exhaled with restraint. He stood,